Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in. Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be working on my creative journal for April, and I wanted to go with a kind of, space theme, I guess. So originally my idea was to, just create something kind of unique, and these were the stickers that I originally created. And I thought, okay, these are kind of cute, but then I just felt like they felt super flat. So then I took some of my, these are called pops, and these are from scrapbook.com, and I have like 30 of these in different colors. So I used some of the metallic ones. This is the one I mainly used, and I kind of went over it. So I want to talk a little bit about that technique and how that worked. I think it came out really beautiful. And it creates a really great effect. But if you're going to do this and recreate this, I just wanted to give you a couple of tips. I was working on multiple sheets at the same time. I would not work on more than 3 or 4 sheets at the same time, because originally I was working on like 5 or 6. But the problem with that is by the time I finished the 6th sheet, the first sheet was completely dry. And then the backer sheet, when I tried to weed this, it was getting stuck to the actual sticker, and some of the stickers tore, like his foot tore, and I had to kind of like piece it back together. So then I quickly realized, okay, I can't do all of them. I can't, or at least not that many. So like I said, try not to do more than 3 sheets at a time, 4 max. 4 is slightly pushing it, but if you work quickly, you can do it. I would say 3 is kind of safe if you're working at a moderate speed. And what I basically did is I would take the color that I wanted, and I found the easiest way to do this really was my fingers. I used a brush, but it makes it easier. But if you're going to use a brush you don't care about, because it's going to be ruined at the end of it. And I don't care how many times you wash it. I use so many different things, and I cannot get everything out of the brush. So I started with a brush. I honestly just think it's faster with your fingers. So I would put some on, and then I would take my fingers. And again, you have to work quickly because this is paper and you don't want it to buckle. So don't go overboard. Put some on, and then once I had all the color and iridescence I wanted, I would move on to the next one, put some on, and use my fingers and again kind of smooth it over it. And I found that, honestly, using my finger ended up being a little bit better than using a brush. It was faster. And then the only thing you have to worry about is just washing your hands. So like after I would do 3 sheets, I'd wash my hands and then dry them off, and then come back, and then I would start to peel up the backer part that wasn't part of the sticker. And that's important because because this is wet, you don't want this to get stuck, because when I did too many sheets, that was what was happening. So that's how I created this effect. But then after I created this, I kind of was like, not feeling it. And I spent so much time creating this. But then I just decided, I think, to create some kind of traditional space theme stickers. So that's what I did. And I decided to use the same effect. So I created these. And again, I did the same thing. Like for this one, I used this color. And I don't know if these have names on them. Yeah, they do. Okay, this one's copper, and the one I use in the other one, this one is called Snowflake. So I used copper like on the pole here, and then I use like a pearlized one on here. And then I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but I have some iridescence here, and then I used a blue one on this one. So again, we have loads of colors. And so it's just a matter of just kind of choosing the ones that you like and that will work. And that's what I did. Because again, I felt like the stickers are a little flat. And so I just did that on some key elements to kind of, give it some life and give it some color. Now, I will say this technique is incredible, but you do have to be patient. But I will say, try to find key areas to kind of highlight, to bring color. And it's addictive. Like once I did like 3 pages, I was like, I couldn't stop. Like I just kept going. And like you see this one, again, if you work with certain types of stickers, I notice, especially certain colors, like the blue in particular, tended to smear a little bit more. But then I just leaned into it, and I was like, you know what, there's some blue here anyway. So I just use my finger to smudge it. And then I just added some silver to kind of bring it back to life. So there's things that you can do if you feel like something gets super muddied. But again, like this one got a little bit more muddy than I wanted to, because certain colors just don't reflect as much. And I found that I was using some pearlized colors, and I found that I tended to prefer the metallic colors, the ones with iridescence and glitter. It just seemed to create a better effect. Some of the pearlized and opaque colors were just a little bit too opaque. And I found like this one, you can see like how muddy this one was. This is one of my tester ones. I was using the pearlized one, and it was beautiful color, but it just kind of muddied it, and I couldn't really tell what it was. And so then I kind of pulled back and added some glitter. In fact, I think this was the first sheet I did. I was kind of testing it. I think the only thing it worked well, the pearl worked well on, was the moon to create this nice effect. And again, you want to use less than you think that you want to, so that you're not covering everything. So that's kind of how I did that in the different stickers. And then I decided to create some different full sheet stickers. And I think I'm going to use this one as my cover page. Again, this was super addictive. Adobe, once again, it messes up my settings for some reason, and it kind of set offset, but I think it'll be okay because this is going to be right here. And instead of trimming it down, I decided just to keep it this way. That way I could have more than enough. So I think it'll end up working out to be, I think, either just fit or maybe slightly small. But again, I can use some inks to kind of cover up anything that's small. But these are some of the other pages that I made. And again, I'm not sure if the camera's picking up on how, I mean, in person, this is really quite stunning. And I think really, as I went along, I got better and better. And it's really about technique and sometimes withholding, you know, especially since I used black paper. Some of this was about not overdoing it. And here I combined some of the opaque because I wanted there to be a distinction between some of the different colors. So I combined some of the opaque colors with, again, some of the glitter colors. But as you can see, I definitely prefer the iridescent colors. I mean, I just think they're stunning. And I thought that maybe I could use some of these on some of the pages. And I was torn with whether I wanted to use washi or not, because these are so pretty. Originally, I thought maybe I'll just tear some and put it on the page, and I still might do that. But then I remembered that I had this entire galaxy set of washi. So then I thought, well, when can I use it if not in my space spread? So I think I will use washi since I do have it. And the idea that I came up with, and this is either going to be really amazing or really bad, but my idea was to basically alternate, because I couldn't decide between making traditional Dutch doors that are vertical or doing the horizontal Dutch doors. So I thought, well, what if I rotated them? What would that look like? And I couldn't find anyone that had done this before. I was trying to find examples. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to just try it and see what happens. And so I'm going to start out rotating. And I really like the idea of a tip in. I did that for my Alice in Wonderland spread. I tipped this in. And so I have that as a cover page. So this is the page announcing March, and then I kind of did this invitation to tip in for that. And so I thought maybe I'll do the same thing for April. In fact, I just realized I didn't get any of my letters. So let me grab some letters real quick, some large letters, so I can put that on my tip in, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. Okay. All right, these are letters I originally was thinking of using, but now that I'm looking at them, they are just way too big. They're bigger than I remembered. I mean, I might be able to use this for a short month like May, but there's no way I can spell out April here. I mean, 3 letters max. I mean, these are huge. Okay, so, all right, and I did that because of the glitter. I thought that would be kind of cool, but these are just too big. So I got these from Happy Planner, and then I also accidentally bought them again from Joann's going out of business at my local Joann's. So I think I might use these. I mean, these are large, but I think they're significantly smaller than the other ones, and I think I might have just enough room to spell out April. Thankfully, April is only 5 letters, so I think I might be able to do that. So I'm going to pull some letters out of this. And originally I wanted to go with gold, but since these are holographic, I think that still works too. Okay, so have those pulled, and let me get, let's see. I'm going to use this as my cover page over here. And then I created these. This was originally, I was torn between using this as a cover page. I basically split it down the middle, slightly less than the middle. Because of the measurements that I took that I'll go over with you guys in a moment. Okay, I decided to go with this one. Okay, I was torn. Because I kind of wanted to use it because of that, but then I think I decided I wanted to have space for the letters, so I think that's why I chose this one. And I already added, this is 1/4 inch double-sided tape. So I'm going to put this here and tip this in here and just kind of trim it down after the fact. And then put the letters going down here. But then I realized, well, it's a sticker, so if I use the letters here, I've got to have something to back it up so that it doesn't stick to the other page. And I taped 2 sheets of paper together, because I just felt like it was too thin. Wait. No, I used sticker paper. That's what I did. I printed this on sticker paper, printed this on sticker paper, and then joined them together, and then cut it where I wanted it to. And then I just used, again, the various colors of these, and I just pulled these to kind of show you what I meant, but all the different colors I have of these different pops, and then decorated this. So that's what I did. So this is 2 sheets of sticker paper that I stuck together. And it kind of almost feels like vellum, not vellum, vinyl. It kind of feels like vinyl with this on it. I mean, it's really cool. And here I used some of the pearlized and combined it with the glitter, so you can kind of see the effect of the 2 pearlized together. I mean, I just think I think it's stunning. So I really love this technique that I came up with for this. And I think it turned out really well. So I'm going to put that here and add the letters. And then I thought, well, I need something else to back up the letters. So then I created another sheet. And this one I didn't print on sticker paper. I just used just regular, I think it's just printer paper. Yeah. I think it's slightly thicker than, it's not like 30-pound paper. I think maybe like 24-pound paper. So it's thicker than like copy paper, but not super heavy. So that way, and I didn't put it on sticker paper because since I didn't know where the letters were going to be, I just thought it would be kind of messy if I used sticker paper. So that way I can just kind of tack this down, and then I thought I would just use my gyro cut to cut around it. So that's the idea. So, I mean, let's play around and see what happens. But let's also go over the measurement. So I'm going to stir it out, and I made notes to myself so that I wouldn't forget. I said, okay, you're going to go 20 spaces in to tip in, which is what I did for this. So I can take that off because I've already done that. So that was my note to myself to remember that. So I'm going to stir it out with, let's see, a horizontal spread, and I'm going to go 16 spaces down because I kind of reverse engineered this from the last page. So I wrote down, okay, this is the last few days of April and when May starts, just so I know not to do anything with this page. Again, because it's kind of easy when you're doing things in your creative journal to accidentally cut the wrong page. So I like to leave little notes to myself just so that I know, hey, don't touch this. So I'm going to go down 16 spaces. Then I'm going to go from horizontal to a vertical spread. So 12 spaces in. So this is going to go down this way. This is going to go this way. Then it's going to go 8 spaces down. Then 4 spaces in. And then this is the last page. And so I know do nothing here. So I wrote a note to myself, hey, don't do anything. This is your last page. Okay. So that's the idea. So let's see. I think I'm going to start with the cover page because I think that's going to be the easiest. So I'll take that off and temporarily remove this so I can add the cover page. And this should go pretty seamlessly because it's slightly larger than it needs to be, but I left it in the A5 size on purpose again so I have some wiggle room. Because I find if you cut it exact, I mean, you're human and you're just not going to put it down perfectly. I mean, I don't care how good you are. It's just rare. I mean, I've done it, but I've done it imperfectly so many times to know not to think I can keep doing that repeatedly. So let's see. Hopefully I can peel this off because this is fully dry. And again, this feels really cool. It kind of feels like vinyl. So hopefully I can peel this off. Ooh, there we go. Because the edges of where the paint is, sometimes it can try to seal. Get this last little bit. There we go. All right, let me make sure I'm in frame here. Okay. All right, so again, this is on sticker paper. Actually, so that these pages are constantly getting in the way, I'm going to do that. That's my Alice in Wonderland spreads that I made for March, which I love. I've been really loving that. And my goal is to get as close to the bottom edge and the inside part without touching where these threads are, because you don't want anything to hinder the ability of your page to close. So again, I'm going to do my best to get as close to, actually, let me get my cutting mat. It just helps me to kind of see the edges a little bit better. Try to get all the way down here, and again, as far down without touching those threads. I mean, it is tempting to pull this all the way over, but trust me, you don't want to do that because then you will not be able to turn your paper. So again, I'm getting as close as I can and trying to come just to the left of it. Let me get my craft scraper. I mean, I love the tactile experience of this. I wish you guys could feel this. I mean, in person, it feels really cool. Like I said, it feels kind of like vinyl paper, but the glitter, again, it gives it that texture. And I really like that. So I'm going to trim off. Hopefully this. Okay, good. I was hoping that I didn't go too far down. Not that I could change it at this point. I'm just using the blade of my scissors to slide all the way in and then snip the last little bit. Try to make it as easy on myself as possible. And, oh, actually I did not go over the bottom, so the bottom is perfect. So let's get, and you know what? I might save this because this is really nice. So get some backer sticker paper and just put that there. I mean, I might be able to use that on a card or something, my planner, who knows? All right, let me get, let's see, my corner rounder. And let's see, I think it's the 1/4 inch side. I always forget. Yes, use the 1/4 inch corner rounder. Okay. Again, I'll leave little notes to myself so I know what to use. Okay, and there's a little sliver off on this side that my hand didn't, it went over slightly at the bottom here. I mean, just a really small amount. Okay, I'm gonna trim off the excess and then around the corners. I usually like to go twice with sticker paper just because sometimes it doesn't want to go, and that second or third time kind of helps it to get fully rounded. Okay. Oh, that is so cool. I love that. Okay, I'm just going to reinforce this right next to the spine. I don't see any issues, but, and I mean, I just put it to the left of this. That really cut it close over there. So just be really careful that you're not, you know, touching these threads. Okay, that looks really good. Okay, now let's do, let's see, do you want to cut first or do the tip in first? Oh, I just realized if I start with a horizontal page, how will I be able to tip it in? Ooh, I didn't think about that. I think the first page has to be vertical. So I can tip it in and then it's vertical. Yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna have to rotate these. So, okay, hold on. Let me get a pen. Actually, I'll use this, my journal pen. This is gonna be, I'm just gonna swap vertical and horizontal. Vertical, 16 spaces, in, horizontal, 12 spaces, down. Glad I caught that. Vertical, 8 spaces, in, horizontal, 4 spaces, down. And then last page, I do nothing. Okay, so this is essentially a vertical spread that nothing's being done to. Horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Okay, so I just swapped what I had. And boy, no matter how much planning you have, you really got to be careful. Because the more I was thinking about this, I was like, what is it going to attach to if it's horizontal and it's cut here? The papers won't have anything to attach to. It'll be on the next page. And I think that might cause problems. And I just don't want to chance that. Okay, so if this is vertical, I should be able to put this in without any problems. And let's see, trying to see. Okay, if I do it that way, I won't cut that off. And I think I will do it that way. Okay, so let's see. I think I'll tip it in first, or should I do the letters first? Maybe I'll do the letters first so that I can cut around it. So I think it might be easier than cutting the letters when it's attached. That might be easier. So let me get the letters. I haven't done this before, so I'm just kind of thinking through it. And that way, if you attempt to do this, you can hopefully figure this out a little bit easier than I am. Because like I said, I haven't done this before and I haven't seen anyone else do this before. So I kind of just came up with this on the fly. So let's pull the letters. I hope these letters fit. If not, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And I'm not trying to fit them on this ruler. I'm just trying to put them here so I have somewhere to put them. Let's see. APR. P and R. Okay, that's all the letters. I think I'll put these up just so that I can get them out of the way. Let me do that real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. All right, so let's do, I think L and A first, put at top and the L at the bottom, the first and last letter, again, so I can figure out spacing. And I think I want to do like halfway on, halfway off if I can. Okay, that's literally half of the A. On the L, put it down here. And I'm doing my best not to go over the bottom edge. The clear part of the sticker is what I'm referring to. So I don't have to cut anything. Okay. Okay. I think they might have to touch. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, I don't know if I can fit. Okay. What if I do some on and some off? What if I did it like this? The P is fully on. The R will be like the A. And I'm bringing it up to part of the P. Or should I just do it like this? Well, no, I'm going to bring it up. And then, let's see, maybe put the I directly under the P. Maybe like this. So it's not going too far down where the planet is. And then maybe bring the L up. That way it looks more intentional. Okay, I don't mind that. That looks kind of cool, actually. I might add something here. I might add a little sticker there, but I don't have to. Okay, so now we only really have to worry about that little small part. Okay, so I don't have as much issues of things to worry about as I thought I was going to because it's not much over. Let's see, how's this going to work? It's going to be white on this side. Oh, I didn't think about that. Should I make it double-sided? Okay, I think I'm going to fold this in half and make it double-sided. Because I just realized if I put this on the way that I originally thought I was going to, there's going to be color this on this side, and then it's going to just be the white backer sheet of this, which I am not in love with that idea. So I think I'm going to use my tape runner and just do a real quick tape down. So go maybe at the halfway point and then all the way down on the edges. Make sure I get the edges really good. It's going to make it slightly thicker, but I think it's going to look nicer. And I'm just going to do my best to fold this in half. If I have to trim some of it, I can, but I'm gonna do my best not to go over this edge if I can help it. And just use my fingers to fold that. Let me get my craft spatula. Okay. Oh, actually, that's not very thick. Yeah, I think I just used, like I said, printer paper for this. So heavier weight than copy paper, but not crazy heavy. And let's see. I might have to glue these letters down. I don't know if they're going to stay. Okay, I'm going to get the A and the R, then I have to come back for the L. And I think what I'm going to do is just cut around this and then see how I can get the other side. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so we're going to play it by ear. Just using my scissors to cut around. Actually, I probably should use my gyro cut. It might be easier. Let's see. Yeah, I might have to add some glue to this because this is kind of thick. So I'm not sure how well this is going to stay. The gyro cut has scored it, but didn't quite go all the way through. I didn't want to put too much pressure. So I don't know, this might be easier with scissors. Because it is a little bit thicker. Okay, I need to add some more glue there. Okay, maybe that's why I felt it moving up. Let's see, let's get my... It might have been the part where I didn't put tape runner. Okay, that's down really secure where the tape runner is now. Okay, now how do I get this part? Ooh. Trying to figure this out. This is a little bit tricky. Okay. I think I'm going to turn it this way and cut where the A is. It's the best I can. Right there. Do same thing with the R. I mean, I could do that, but I don't really want to. I want to cut, if I can, right down this, but I'm worried about cutting through this. So that's the tricky part. Let's see. Trying to bend it, and let's see, what if I put my mat on this side? And I think I'm actually going to use my craft knife. So I can get a cleaner straight line cut with my craft knife versus the gyro cut. Again, this is a little tricky. I'm erring slightly on going to the left so that I don't have any gaps if I can. Again, I'm trying to. I don't want to cut the sticker. I'm just using my hand to kind of tear that part off. And then I'm going to take my scissors, again, bend it, and I'm going to try to clean up the edge and then tape down the sticker to the paper. I think that's going to be the best way to do this. And maybe I'll take, let's see, maybe like a mount liner or maybe one of my alcohol markers. Just so the edge isn't white. Okay, so that's blue. And I'm going to add, let's see, tape runner. To part of the sticker, again, to try to get it, because it's quite thick, so that it'll stay. And use my bone folder, kind of smush it down. Let's see. Oh, okay, that actually worked pretty well. Let's trim this top off slightly, so it's not going over. A little bit of tape runner down here. Again, the parts of the paper that didn't have tape runner are trying to pull up, so just trying to secure it so that it stays. Okay, that's not bad. So I still see some of like the glitter paper underneath and on the side too. All right, now let's see if we can try to do the same thing here. Yeah, this is a little bit trickier than my original idea because of the letters aren't originally how I thought I was going to do it. I thought I was just going to have it come over. So that made it a little bit harder, but I think it's doable. So I'm going to go ahead and do the R and the little small piece of the L, and then I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I just finished cutting around all the letters. I'm not going to lie, that was a little tricky. It's a little different than I originally intended, but I think it's okay. I mean, I like it better, the fact that the back kind of blends a little bit more. So I'm glad that I did it. Again, it was a little difficult to try to get it precise, but I think it worked out. I'm just going to take my black marker, kind of go around the edge of this. The cover page. And that was just an alcohol marker. Okay, so I think we're ready to tip it in now. And I think that's going to be kind of cool. All right, so... Oh, wait, I have to bring it down this time because I went to the top edge. Okay, so I have to... I'm going to cut off that last little bit. Okay, so I think I'll tip it in first and then cut off the bottom part that goes over the edge. So I'm going to turn this, bring my cutting mat in again so I can kind of see where the edge is so I can line it up. And once again, I'm trying to get as close to the edge as I can without going too close to those threads. So just to the right of those threads. I'm just going to smooth it down. Okay. Then I'm going to take my scissors and cut it so that it's even with this page. Okay. Now I'm going to bend it this way and kind of create that fold so that it'll be easier to fold back and forth. Okay. All right. Okay. That's not bad. Again, it's different than I originally intended. And oh, I also wanted to mention, I mean, I guess you don't have to do this step, but I chose to do it just as a precaution. The part of the letters that were on this textured part of the paper, I just gently lifted it up and added some tape runner just to make sure that it would stay. Again, you don't necessarily have to do it. And for the most part, it looked like it was staying, but I just thought just to give it a little extra protection to make sure essentially that it would stay, I guess. Now I think I'm going to take my alcohol marker and just my black one and get rid of this white edge here so that it's a little bit more seamless. And you don't have to do this, but since both pages are black, just to kind of get rid of that really bright, stark white edge. Okay, that looks really good. I like that. And it didn't bleed over here, thankfully. So that looks really nice. I love that. Okay, so now let's put this here. And let's start the cutting process. So this is the scary part. I think I'm gonna go from the back front. Okay, don't do anything with this page. Last page, do nothing. And this is now horizontal 4 spaces down. Okay, so make sure I'm putting this underneath the right one. Get my craft knife and my ruler. Horizontal 4. So this is the horizontal, so this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there. And again, try to cut as close to this edge without touching the threads. You do not want to cut those threads. I usually score it once or twice and then try to gently rip it away. Like wiggle it from the spine. Oh, and it tore part of that page, but you might have to cover that with a sticker. I think that page was connected somehow. Okay, so that's 4 horizontal. So let's move that. Then this one is, and I'm going to move this as I go again so I don't forget. This one is vertical 8 spaces in, so this way. And let me get my longer ruler. Get my metal ruler just to make this a little bit easier, given the length of the page. Okay, so 8 spaces in. It's right here. And let me shift this mat up slightly. Right there. And I do my best to do everything in one go, so it's a clean cut. Okay, vertical done. Let's do horizontal 12 spaces down. Okay, so this way. I'm constantly reminding myself, just because it's, like I said, it's easy to cut the wrong way and the wrong page. So 12 spaces this way because it's going to be horizontal. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 spaces. Bring my ruler up. And try to clean up this bottom edge. Here we go. Again, I'm going to do my best to get as close as I can without cutting anything. And I always save these scraps in case I need them later on. If I have an error or something I want to correct or add something. Okay, so that one's done. Move this here. And this one is vertical. Okay, so I'll turn it this way. 16 spaces in. Okay. Okay, that's 16. Line up my ruler and my mat. And push down slightly so the ruler doesn't move. Okay. So that's all the pages cut. Let's see what we have. And this is a rotating vertical horizontal design. So it looks like that, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like a puzzle piece, right? So that's what it's looking like. And I might cut this down maybe 2 more spaces just to give it a little bit more. So a little bit of this page will peek through a little bit more. I think I'll go 2 more spaces in on this one. I'm just going to go down 2 more spaces. I think visually that'll look a little nicer. At least I hope so. You get close to where the spine is. Sometimes the glue and stitches can kind of prevent it. Okay. Now let's take a look at that. Yeah, I like that a little bit nicer. Just gives it a little bit more visual interest there. Okay. Now let's see. Kind of wish I did 14 spaces on this one instead of 16, just so that I could see a little bit more. But I can have things peek through. Actually, maybe that's a good thing, because then when I add some decoration, it'll peek through. Okay. So now let's do some washi. So I've got a lot to pick from. Just pull some of the larger ones, and then I can always play around with some of these skinny ones. I have some in gold and some that are plain and some in silver. So maybe rotate gold and silver. Okay, since this is silver, let's maybe use gold on this one. And since it's the shortest one, I think I'll use a skinnier one. So let's see, maybe this one. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, so let's do this on both sides. Again, I'm gonna put my mat down just so I can see this edge a little bit better. Okay. And let's just cut off the excess here. All right, now let's do this side. Doing my best to go as slowly as possible so I don't rip it while getting close to that edge. There we go. Okay, that's the first one. I love that. I mean, that's so pretty. The gold, I mean, even though it's skinny, the gold just really makes it stand out. So that's the one I used for the first one. So let's see, maybe do silver on this horizontal one. So we have some stars. Let's maybe do this purple one. Apologize if my head is in frame. Just trying to see this edge here. Okay, now let's do this side. Actually, I start from the inside because that'll make it easier. That way I can cut on this side. I think I got this from Amazon, if I remember correctly. This is really nice washi. Okay, that looks good. All right, so we have that one. That's what it's looking like so far. Okay, I like the contrast of that. So let's go back to some one with gold. Let's see. Actually, I kind of want to do this on a horizontal one since it's dripping down. So maybe I'll do a plain one and then do gold on a horizontal. Let's see. Maybe one of these. These are some of the plain ones I have. Maybe this black one, kind of bring in some of that. Or since I have a lot of black background, maybe I just use the purple one. This is kind of like a mottled purple. This is more of a blue purple. This is more of a true purple. Isn't it pretty? I think it's going to go with my stickers really well. Okay, so we have that one. Okay, so that's what it's looking like so far. I mean, I kind of like the crisscross effect. I mean, when I came up with this, I was like, am I crazy for wanting to try this? I thought, well, I'm either going to hate it or love it. But I kind of love it. I mean, it's unusual. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen anyone else do this. And when I had the idea, I was trying to find examples of someone that did it, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And if I hate it, then I know not to do it again, right? I mean, you really don't know until you try things. So I'm glad that I tried it. Okay, so now let's put maybe the dripping stars on this one. I think that'd be kind of cool. There we go. All right, so we have that one. Now let's figure out what we want to do for the last one. So that's what it's looking like. That looks really cool. Well, I wonder, maybe I should do, well, I was just thinking maybe I should do washi all the way down to where it's exposed, but then that might be too much. Yeah, that might be too much. I bet not. Okay. All right, last page. I think I can move this now, since I have where the last day is. And let's see. Okay, I put the ones I've used already on the side, so I won't use them again. This one's kind of cool. The constellations. And I might do a double one of this just because it's so cool. Kind of want to do a double of this too. But will that look weird? Let's see what that looks like. Ooh. Huh. Maybe I will do that. I mean, I don't know if I'll do the... I think I might only do it from the front because that's what's visible. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now, do I want to go back and do this one? Let's see. Let me just gently tack it down and see if I like that. 'Cause I can always pull it up. Yeah, okay. It's more work, but I think I'm going to do it. Again, I don't know if I'll do it from the back, but I'll do it from the front because that's visible. Okay, I like that. Let's see. Do I want to do a third line? I don't think I will. I think I'll just use a sticker there because I want to make sure I leave myself enough room to write. Especially since this first day is so skinny. Okay, I think if I do 4 days on the last 2 pages, it should work. I'm just kind of counting in my head to make sure I have enough days. So usually I do 3 days per page, but the first day, like this one, I'm only going to get like maybe 2 days out of that, 2. And so I think I can probably squeeze 3 on this one. And the rest, I think I can do 3. And then since this is longer, I think I'll try to do 4 days on this one and 4 days on that one. And that way I think it'll fit. Okay, so I think that works. I really like the way that that double line looks. So now let's figure out what we want to do for the last one. And again, I think I'm going to use this one. And bring some of the blue back in and have that be, maybe I'll do a double line on this one too. Okay, let's go through and around all the corners. Ooh, I like that. That looks good. I kind of like the rotating Dutch doors. I mean, it's different and unusual, but I think it fits with the space theme. That looks really cool. All right, so let's go through and date everything. And let's figure out what kind of date stickers we want to use. Actually, I think I might use the gold. Usually I'm like, no, I don't want to use gold. I don't want to use gold. But I think the gold matches perfectly. And can you have gold numbers too? Let's see. Yeah, I have 2 sheets of that, so that should be enough. Let's figure out what kind of numbers do I want to use. Oh, I have this in gold too. Do I want to do color or just gold? I'm always concerned about having enough. Oh, in the same font too. Okay. So there's this blue is really pretty. And the green, that's in the same font. The problem is having enough because 4 weeks is 28 days, but there's 30 days in April, right? That's the problem I ran into with March. I didn't account for the extra 3 days. I was just thinking 4 weeks, 4 weeks. I do have these just gold ones. So I guess if I rotate in the gold with maybe the blue and this green, I think that could work. So I think I might use that. Then let's figure out what kind of numbers we want to use. So let me put a post-it note over here so I can remind myself to use this. Let's put it this way. Okay, so that's the days of the week. Now we need numbers. Okay, so I have these small gold ones. Let's see, do I have any larger numbers? Oh, I have these larger ones. These are kind of small. I think I like these ones. Or maybe I'll use the black one, because that'll bring in some of the black too. Maybe I'll use black. Wait, why are there 30 days? Oh, wait, I only need 30. Wonder why I don't have 31 of this. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I only created 30 of the black. What if I wanted to use it in a month that has 31 days? That's weird. Okay, I have the square. I think I'm gonna use the round. So I think I'm gonna use these numbers with a combination of the varying colors and gold. So I think I'll rotate. Like do like gold, blue, gold, green, you know, something like that. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me see, what does the first day of April start on? I need to know that. So I just want to make sure that I'm starting on the right date. So Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday the 1st. So I'm going to do 2 days on each of these. So let's maybe go to the blue. So that's going to be Wednesday. I'm just kind of guesstimating where the halfway point is. Wednesday the 2nd. A little sticky note here so I can quickly turn back to it. Okay, so maybe go back to gold. Thursday the 3rd. And then do the green Friday in gold. That's the 4th. All right, so that's what the dating is looking like so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and date everything, and then I'll be right back and show you what it's looking like. All right, you guys. So I just finished dating everything. So that's what it's looking like. And I rotated the colors, gold, blue, and green. I ended up running out of the gold. So for the last 2 days, I just rotated blue and green. So this should have been gold and then blue. So basically, I just needed one more gold. But again, you only get 2 weeks of each color, which is kind of annoying. I wish they would give you a full 31 days of each set of styles of colors. So I ended up having to kind of alternate that. But I mean, that's a small thing. It's on the last page, so that doesn't really bother me, especially since you can't really tell. And it's my journal, so, you know, there's that. Now, the only other thing I did off camera was this was feeling a little bit flimsy, and I was getting worried about this bending. And so I added some washi here, and then I added some to the front, and I just cut in between the letters, which wasn't that difficult to do. Again, just to kind of give it a little bit more structure. Since my original plan was to have something go over here, I just felt like it needed a little something there to kind of reinforce the seam. And I may even add a sticker or something on each of these, again, just to kind of reinforce it. But this definitely feels a lot stronger than it did before. So I just wanted to make note of that. So if you do try this, now if you have, you know, something on the back side of it, it won't be that big of a deal. But because it's only this one edge here, and my original plan was to put the 2 sheets together. But since I didn't do that, this is a little bit more exposed. And I just wanted to kind of add just a little bit more security to that paper. So that's why I added the washi here, and it goes with the theme. And I used just this. When I saw how skinny this was, I said, actually, that's perfect. It's only literally about 1/4 of an inch. So I just did the entire backside, and then went through, did this, used my craft knife, cut here and here, and then went in between the letters like that, and then rounded the bottom edge. So that's the only other thing that I did with the camera off. Okay, so everything's dated. So now we can kind of have fun and play. So let's figure out what we want to do on each page, what we want to add, how we want to decorate it. So far, I'm loving the washi. I think this constellation, I think, might be my favorite. This is really cool too. I really like that. So let's go ahead and add some things here and kind of figure out what we want to do. Okay, so I have, like I said, I went a little crazy because when I was creating these, I just thought, oh my God, I love this effect. And then I just couldn't stop. So I just kind of kept adding more and more and more of these in various colors to it. So even if I just add like a little bit, maybe to, especially the larger pages, like I don't want to do too much to the first page because it's the smallest page. So maybe just like 1 or 2 small stickers here. But I'm thinking of maybe tearing some of this and adding it to the page, and then adding some additional stickers. So let's kind of see what we have here. Let's see if I have anything small enough over here. And then for the Dutch doors, I created, you know, opposing mirrored images to go on various sides. So I'll pull those that are the same. I think all of these are the same. Actually, I have quite a bit that are the same. Let's see. Trying to see if I have anything small. I have this moon, and I didn't do a mirror image of that. And then this circle with a constellation and stars in it. And I have this. There's no mirror image of that one. So let's see. Maybe put... What if I put the moon over the part of the R? That would help to kind of reinforce that. And maybe I'll cut off the small offset on the bottom here. I really love the effect that those products create. I mean, you can really do some really amazing things, and I have so many ideas already of other things that I want to do with it, like for cards, that type of thing. And especially if you use sticker paper, then you can just kind of peel and stick it down wherever you want it to be. So I'm thinking about maybe adding this here, you know, on part of the R, and again, that'll just kind of reinforce it, and maybe add something here. And I don't know what I can add to this little part of the L, but just to kind of reinforce that edge here. So let's do that and see that. Oh, that made it really secure. Okay. So the washi strip definitely helped, but that really made it solid. So I like that. So let me see if I can find something small to put over there. Let's see. I have some of these. These aren't mirrored. I'm trying to make sure I don't use any of my mirrored images. Sure, I like that one. What about this one? And maybe I can cut off the white offset on this one. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Wait, is this cut already? Oh, it's like my scan and cut tried to cut it. And it didn't know where to stop. So I'm just going to cut around this. And then I think I might use one of my outliners to take away that white edge. See what that looks like. And if I don't like it, I can just cut that part off. But I'm trying to cut as much as I can without losing this cool effect that I created. So let's bring in my wax paper. And maybe one of the light blues, like this. And just kind of color over it. It may not let me because it does have some of that. Does have like some of this on some areas. But the parts that will let me, let's see if it'll kind of soak in any part of the regular paper. Oh, it's working. Okay. Just kind of take away that white edge. Okay. I had to clean my hands for a little bit. I have sticker paper stuck to like almost every part of my finger. Okay, so let's peel this up and then figure out where we want to put this. I might trim off some of this weird edge here. Just didn't like how pronounced that shape was. So maybe put this right here. That way it's covering most of the A on the back. Again, just something to kind of reinforce it. And that feels really strong, just like that. Now, I don't know if I can find something small for that L. Let's see. Have this one. That might work. Again, I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Put it down and just use my outliner to cover the color on the edges. And let's see what the shape looks like. Like the other one, I'm going to kind of trim it down into a shape that I like. Okay, now let's see if we can get this into this L here. The only downside is it's covering up that, which is I really like this. Maybe I don't want to do that. Let's see, what else do I have? Okay, what have I used? Like some of the stardust I created. And if I cut all of the white off, since I have other ones, if I don't like it, I can just, I'll still have other ones I can use. You know, like if I did something like this and then cut off the excess. Again, just to give it some strength. And let's see, this is a straight line. I think I'll just use my craft knife. So I'm going to cut straight down on the side of this L. Since it's mostly straight lines, I'm just going to use my craft knife. I usually only use my gyro cut if there's lots of curves. Because this just, I feel like my craft knife gets straighter. It cuts a straighter edge. I don't like to use my gyro cut just for straight lines. Okay. So, okay, that's super strong. I like that. Again, I'm just trying to add more stability here so that it won't have a lot of wear and tear when I'm flipping my journal back and forth. And that feels, I mean, like crazy strong. Okay. Now, do we want to add anything else to this side? Maybe add this back end, maybe in the middle here. Do the same trick I did with the mild liner. Just on this one side. That way it'll blend in with that a little bit better. Let me use this to go in that edge to really make sure it's in the fold. And then go from the top. Again, just to make sure that it folds properly. And let's see, do I want to try to go in with this darker alcohol marker? I might try. It might be too dark. If I stay on the top, I'm trying not to go past it, past this line. Then let's see, can I blend it out with this? Let's try it. And let me get maybe a lighter alcohol marker to kind of blend the edges a little bit better. Okay, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I do like the idea of it kind of coming over partly. Let me make sure that, try to get a napkin I used for some of my other inks. Put that here, and I'm gonna smush it down just so that I don't have any excess ink. Just wanna make sure it's all been absorbed. So when I turn my page, okay, there's only a little bit there. Do one more press just to make sure. Okay. That way I know it's fully dry. So, okay, I think that's the only thing we need here. I mean, I might add one more small thing here at the bottom. But again, we don't need much because this is pretty decorated. So that's kind of serving as a decoration for most of this page, especially since it's such a skinny page. I just want to make sure I leave myself enough room, and I can write around that on Tuesday. Let's see. Do I have anything else small? I do have this one. I think I might add this one here. Just have it peeking on the page. And then just cut off the extra here. All right, so I think that's enough for that first page. Again, it has some interest without going overboard. So this is on the other side of that. So again, something small, but maybe something maybe at the bottom here or maybe right here. Again, something that has interest, but isn't going to take up a lot of visual space. These are too big. I mean, I definitely created more than I need. Like I said, I got a little carried away. So maybe another one of these little explosions, maybe? That's the first one I did with the opaques, and I don't really like that one. It's a little, doesn't have as much color as I wish it did. Don't love that, but I like the idea of something there. Let's see, do I have anything else small? Oh, I have this. Yeah, I think I'll use the planet. I love this one. Just trim off the top part. And a little bit of the offset here. Okay. And let's maybe put it like this. And I'm going to get my craft spatula and I'm pushing it into the spine and then folding it over again so that it turns properly. And I'm going from the opposite side of the page again to make sure that it's stuck down. Ooh, I love that. It just gives that just a little bit of interest. Okay, I love that part. And let's maybe put this down here because I don't have another one of these. I didn't do mirror images of everything just so I could just have some regular stickers. And I think I'll put this in the corner here. Or should I bring it all the way down? I bring it all the way down and just cut off the excess. I love the way these feel. I mean, even the scraps are pretty. I kind of don't even want to toss the scraps away because they're just so pretty. Okay, let me round the corner on this one. Use the corner inch side. Since it went over slightly. There we go. Okay, so we have that. That's the first page. Oh, I think I'll add a little bit of tape runner. This is trying to act like it doesn't want to stay. Let me get my bone folder. And again, I'm just going to smush it down. This is really strong, so that should keep it. That tape runner is really strong, so that should really hold it down. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Oh, I just realized. Oh, it goes over into the next page. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, because this is horizontal. So I either have to cut this or lift it up. I don't know if I can lift it. Okay, that's the only downside so far of doing rotating horizontal vertical. You do have to be mindful of things that go over that'll stick. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to cut it. Because it's trying to tear there anyway. I don't know if it's gonna let me lift this whole thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's down there. Like, it's really down there. So, kind of guesstimating where this is, because I'm using this as a guide. And then, again, cut as close as I can to this middle without risking cutting the threads. Actually, what if I tried to piece this together? Kind of smushed it, but I wonder if I could. Let's see. Like this goes right here. To give like the visual, so it looks visually like it's continuing even though it's not. I'm going to use the small end of my bone folder and just, again, kind of smush it down. And I just need to cut this one edge. See if my scissors can get in here as close as possible. It goes over ever so slightly. Okay, that's as close as I can come without risking messing up that spine. Okay. So yeah, I think that was a good idea, putting it underneath. That way, visually, it gives the effect of the sticker being continuous. But since I forgot that this is horizontal, it's there. And that doesn't bother me that it has that small piece there, because I don't think I'll put anything else there. But at least from the front, it looks like it's all one sticker. Okay, so like we have this at the bottom, and That looks really good. I think I might take a navy blue alcohol marker. That one white edge is kind of bothering me. Kind of blend this in just a little bit. Just so it's not as stark. And thankfully, because it was on top of the sticker, you can't really tell. Okay, that looks visually looks better to me. Okay, that looks good. Let's see. I mean, maybe if I had something small, I could put it there, but I don't feel like I have to have anything there. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything else small. Well, let's take a look. Because I have a lot of these larger ones are double-sided, or mirror images, I should say. So I'm saving those for the tops. Let's see. Oh, well, I could tear some of this, too. That's what I was going to do. Let's see. Oh, that's a cool one. I'm thinking of like tearing different aspects of this. Like the rocket, the shooting star, you know, as best I can. You know, what if I did something like that? Trying to tear in between the different elements. Okay, so I have some of these. Let's see, what can we play around with? Like some of this, like right here. Maybe break that into two. That can go kind of on this bottom edge. Let's see what that looks like. Layer that over the washi. That way I have some of the similar effect. So instead of using, I think what I'm going to do is use all the stickers. Most of the stickers I created are mirrored images. I'm going to use that for the Dutch doors. And then I'm going to use torn pieces of the paper on the actual spread so that it kind of gives it that kind of junk journal effect. But glam. You know what I mean? Like it has the same kind of iridescent sparkly effect because I use the different colors of the pops on it, and it allows me to add, you know, kind of some interest here too. So I think that's kind of a good idea. So if I just added the shooting stars over here, it's kind of hard to isolate elements, but just a few, you know what I mean? Just to layer it on. I think that will look really cool. Right there. We have the shooting stars. And I just need to cut this edge here and then round the corner again. I might be able to do it with my scissors, but we'll see. Oh, actually, I did pretty good with my scissors. Okay. So I don't think I need to round that one. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. See, do I want to do that on this? Or is it too late? I kind of want to put this here now. But then that's taking up a lot of that. Kind of wish I did this over here now. I mean, I wonder if I can pull this up. I mean, it's risky, but I might be able to. Ooh, my ribbon got caught in my tweezers. Let's see. If I go really slow, maybe I can. Ooh, it's working. Just going really, really slowly. Oh, yes. Okay. I think I'm going to do that and see if it'll let me pull up some of these. I mean, I think I'm going to leave this alone, but just to kind of bring in some of that element. Let's see. Like the planets over here. You know, that would be kind of cool on the bottom. Or even taking up this edge here. Or that rocket I had. Oh, I kind of want to put the rocket over here. And then I have this one. I could put this here. See if I'm going to tear this rocket off of this one. Kind of hard to tear this small piece of paper, but I'll try. Let's see. I have the small rocket, which is kind of cool. So maybe I'll put the small one on this first page and then have this large one go over this. So let's see if I can peel this up. I mean, this one's going to be a little bit trickier because it doesn't have the washi as a barrier. I mean, if I had to, I think I could put it on top of this, but I'm going to try to remove as much of it as I can so it's not bulky. And I think I might be able to. Like if a little bit stays behind, I think that's okay, but just to remove some of the bulk. And this I'm not too worried about because I could just put that on top. Just really worried about what's on this right side here. I'm intentionally trying to tear it again so I don't rip anything underneath. I don't care about destroying the top sticker. I just don't want to mess up this page underneath or this page. So again, I'm going to try to get my tweezers underneath here and gently pull and kind of do some controlled tearing. If I can get this one edge here. Ah, there we go. Yes, okay. I think that's enough to fix it. Now let's put this small rocket in the bottom. I think this is going to be closer to my original idea of what I initially planned in terms of the effect. And let's see if I can make it so I don't have to cut anything. Or cut very little. Oh, I just ripped it. But I think I can piece it together. See, that's the old sticker. Okay, that's not too bad. Take one of my mouth liners and kind of go over the seam just to kind of blend it a little bit more. So it's not as noticeable. And that worked. I love using that as a trick. When you tear a sticker, use a mouth liner on it. And I'm going to get, let's see. This is a Pigma Micron. Just to kind of get rid of this one white edge right here. I'm using light strokes again to kind of blend it. Just to kind of get rid of that one small edge. Okay, do I need to cut anything? I mean, just a very tiny, tiny piece. Small piece on the bottom. I mean, it's super tiny, but I saw it, so I cut it. All right, now let's put the larger rocket over here, flying out this way. And I want to tear this edge. Again, so it kind of mirrors that. And it's got to come onto this page enough so that it covers the torn area. So maybe like this. I think that covers most of it. Just making sure I cover up the part. And I can write around this. I'm not writing a novel each day. I mean, I'm really just writing anything significant that happened or significant feelings. Things like that. Things I want to be mindful of. And if I need to, I can always come back and cover up any area with some more of this if I feel like I need it. Okay, let me get my larger craft spatula here. And I like to bend it over and then use this front edge. I'm using this to kind of tuck it into the spine. I've tried different methods and I feel like that really helps it to make it easier to turn the page without messing anything else up. And going on top again and kind of reinforcing that bend so that when I turn the page, it turns without, tearing the sticker or messing up the page. Okay, that looks pretty good. I have this one small sliver of the sticker showing, but dare I try to get it? I better leave well enough alone. because I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Let's see. When I could always use... Oh, actually, maybe I'll put some of this back on top. If I can find an edge to peel it. Just to cover up that small little piece. If I can. Ah, there we go. Aha! I got it! Okay, and now let's figure out... Needs to cover this part. I'm going to put it just right on top. And since it's the same color, it should blend seamlessly. Haha, look at that. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, so I think that's done. I really like the way that looks much better. Before I felt like I was settling, but now that I feel like that just looks better. I'm trying to decide if I want to blend more over here. I mean, I'm going to tear a little bit and see what it looks like. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to put some like right here to bring some black over? I might just on this L. Again, just to kind of reinforce that this is intentional. And I feel like that's going to blend more seamlessly as well. Okay, I like that. Okay, so cover is done. First page is done. That looks really good. I'm really pleased with that. Okay, now we move here. Again, I don't think I need anything else here because that looks amazing. These two look great. Maybe something right here, but again, something small. I'm going to keep track of all my little torn pieces of paper here. Kind of want to keep that together. Okay, maybe I don't put anything there. I mean, what if I tore this? I think the two together is what's throwing me. You know what I mean? Like if I tore it and just kind of had, where it's like the planets are kind of scattered throughout. I think that might be kind of cool. I mean, we're not trying to be realistic. We're just trying to have some fun in our journal. Maybe in between the 4 and Sunday. And again, I'm going to smooth this and use this to curve it around the spine and push it in. And then I'll press down. Again, that just makes it easier to turn the pages. And I like to do it from both sides. Okay, that looks really cool. Now, where's that other little piece I had? If I can find the other planet. Okay, I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. It was sitting on top of the moon. Okay, maybe put this one over here. And that way it's kind of scattered. That looks cool. And I might add just a little bit of this other just plain black paper. Again, we're not trying to be realistic here, just kind of add a little something extra. See, do I like that? Not sure that I do. See, what about just scattered stars? Kind of like space matter. See what this looks like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring this down. like that. And then just cut off the part that goes over the edge here. Let's do it this way. There we go. Okay, I like that. Okay, that looks good. All right, now do we want to start doing some things with Dutch doors now that we're past the 2 skinny pages? I think we will. And then I have these I can put on the pages, already torn and ready to go. All right. So we have this galaxy, have a solar eclipse. It might be kind of cool to add that there. It's kind of big though. Maybe I want to use that on the side. And I definitely want to use the astronaut. Maybe put the astronaut here so that he's peeking through this little corner here. I think that would be kind of cool. So maybe put him on this purple. Let's see. Do I want him going this way? Or this one? I think I might use this one on the top so that his arm is facing that way. Okay. And let's see. Now I want him to be visible. So maybe right there. And he's actually mostly on the page. And again, I can kind of write around that. And that way I can see him underneath the A for April. Then put the other one on this side. And I'm probably going to have to move the dates over. At least Tuesday for sure. Try to line up his arm as best I can. He's going to be right there. Let's move. Let's see. Let me do that so it's not sticking to the page. Oh, well, I'm just trying to do that. Trying to get it to stick to this so I can move the dates over. Oh, no. Just ripped part of Monday. Oh, why is this ripping? These dates usually come up pretty well. Okay, I'm going to do my best to kind of piece this back together. And let's keep this little tiny piece. I don't want to lose that. Then Tuesday. And now we can put him fully down. And Monday, and go back. Okay, let's see if we can put that little small sliver back on. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect, but just to kind of smooth it back together so it's not as noticeable. It's not too bad. Let's see, Monday is what? The 14th. So make sure I put the right date down. Put the 14th back. Okay, now let's put Tuesday back down. Trying to see, trying to match it up here. So Tuesday should be right about here. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit because of that arm. Make sure I give myself enough room to write on Monday. And Tuesday is the 15th. And again, use my bone folder to just kind of smooth it back down. All right, so we got that back down. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, that looks amazing. Okay, I love the astronaut there. Maybe even have something over here. That way it peeks through on this side, but see if I can put it down here on Wednesday so I don't have to move that. And maybe something small up here. I don't know if I have something small, but let's see. I have the rocket. That would be kind of cool to put the rocket there. I think it might be. Oh, no. Oh, my God. My brother scanned and cut. Look how it cut it. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. I was going to put the rocket here, but I don't know if it's going to let me. Well, actually, it would fit perfectly right there. I might have to move some of this, but maybe not if I put it just above it. Okay, what if I... Oh, my God. Sasha. Oh, my goodness. I was going to say I'm going to cut off the offset, and then I made it worse. But you know what? This is so cute. I still want to use it. I'm going to try to use it. I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm going to try to use it. We don't waste things around here. So I'm going to cut off as much of the offset as I can. Gosh, how did this go? I need the original. This is like that. Okay. So what if we did it like this so we can see some of the washi underneath? Goodness gracious. Okay. And again, I'm trying to piece this together as best I can. But right there. Without ripping it any further. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, now I need the other side to make sure this stays. And that part. Let's see, that part of the planet came up. What should I do? Glue stick. This is so tiny. I put it on the glue. Just so it stays. Since I peeled it up, I don't think it wants to stay, but we're going to kind of encourage it to stay down. And this is pretty strong glue, so I think that'll work. Since it's such a small piece of the sticker sheet, it didn't want to stay. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, now I've got to get this pretty close to perfect. On this side. Why did this thing cut like this? Boy, this thing cut so crazy. It's like it was trying to cut away the clouds from the rocket. Again, I think I can piece it together. I really think I can. Okay. I hope I can. All right. So this is this way. Oh, all these pieces are. Let's see. If I can get the nose part right. That way this sticker sticks to this. I mean, it's not going to be perfect because I moved it, but again, I think I can make it work. This is going to require some serious sticker surgery, but I think it'll be worth it. Plus, I think it's important to see that even if the cameras weren't rolling, these are the kind of issues I encounter when I'm crafting, when I'm working on creative projects. In my opinion, things rarely go to plan. And so you really have to kind of roll with the punches, you know what I mean? Where does this go? I gotta remember where this stuff goes. Maybe is it this way? Oops. Is that where it goes? I don't remember where this goes. Oh my God. You know what? We're going to make something up because it's my planner. I don't know where this goes. Hold on. I got all these little pieces. I got to figure out how to put them back together again. Okay. I need this part. I think this part goes over here. I think. Yes, it does. Excellent. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, now I got to figure out, I got to put this piece back here. So, ooh, I'm doing a puzzle. think this is this piece. Is that it? No. Okay, I don't know where that goes. All right. Oh, look at the shape. Oh, maybe this is this piece. I should have paid attention when I took this off. Okay, you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just trying to get it so it looks decent. I think this might go here. Oh, that looks like about right. But I don't think I need it. I might leave that off because I don't think I need it. Okay. Kind of just need this little piece, but I don't know which one that is. Thought it was this one, but oh wait, maybe I had it turned the wrong way because the angle is not quite right. But what if I put it on top? And I just might. Okay, I'm gonna try this piece over here. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna use that because I think I can. I think I can make it work. Oh, wait, maybe it's this. This, oh, there it is. Right here. Okay. We're putting it together. Boy, I am working for this thing. You hear me? Oh, and I moved this over slightly. God, can I fix that? I don't know if I can. The sticker paper is so strong. Ooh, yeah, I don't think I can. Okay, I'm gonna take this as my rubberized adhesive remover. Do my best to take away the excess of adhesive without ripping anything. And I'm gonna try to cut around this. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's really that one seam in the middle, but I might be able to, let's see, if I use my Pigma Micron, can I try to put this back together again? You know what I mean? Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is my journal. Actually, that's not bad. And let's see. I think I have a blue Pigma Micron. I'm going to get, oops. Fill that in. And I think I'm missing the top part of that. Let's see, do I have that? Yeah, I have that here. If this didn't cut so weird, I would have been able to piece this together a little bit more easily. But we're going to make it work. I think we can. And if this happens to you, you'll know what to do. It's hard working with things that are incredibly sticky and small, that are odd shapes. I think right about there. Aha. Okay, got that. Okay, that's not bad. And I think I can just trim some of that off. I think I can make that work because I put it down slightly lower than I need it to. But I think I can make it work. Okay, let me get my small scissors. Actually, let me use my gyro cut because that's what it was born for. So let's try that. All right, baby, it's your time to shine. And I'm gonna cut some of this out around the clouds. I'm always scared I'm gonna use too much pressure, but I have the cutting mat, so I guess I shouldn't worry about that. Okay. Let's cut a straight line in here. My scissors. There we go. Okay, now let's get this top part, just a tricky area. I might end up cutting a little bit off again because this is lower. But I think I'm just gonna just remove the excess of the front. Okay, I got the little tiny pieces at the top, and then I'll turn it over so we can assess the damage once I get all these little sticker carcasses off of my hand. All right. Actually, I didn't lose too much on that side. That's actually not bad. I mean, considering all the little pieces I had to put back together, that's actually pretty good, actually. You know, I'm not mad at it at all. I don't mind that at all. You almost can't even tell unless you look really close that part of the sticker has a little gap in it. So that looks good. All right, let's take a look. Okay, that looks really good. I like the rocket right by the astronaut. I love that. All right, so that looks great. I don't think I need anything else on this page. We have the rocket, the shooting star, the comets, the moon. All right, let's see what we want to do. I think this is done. I don't think it needs anything else, and I still have plenty of room to write here. Let's turn over. Okay, we have the other side of the rocket, the astronaut. Now something down here, and maybe down here, or in the middle here. Let's see. Definitely want to use this huge galaxy, and this might be my only place to use it because it's so big. So put the galaxy there. Let's see. And maybe do like the solar eclipse up here. I'm definitely gonna have to move Wednesday, unless I can figure out a way. Maybe I'll put Wednesday down, put it on the Wednesday side first. If I can figure out a way to do it, you know, and then I might cut it off. I'm gonna use the page underneath to trim this because I don't want it to go past the last page because otherwise I won't be able to close it. So I'm using, again, this time the page underneath as my guide to trim off the part that goes over. See right there? Now I'm going to take my scissors because I don't like the blunt edge right here. And I'm going to go back in and kind of create a freestyled edge. Just going to round this bottom edge. Again, I'm using the 1/4 inch side just to get it to mirror the other pages. Let's see, what does that look like? Did it get it? Yeah, okay. Just making sure that it rounded it. All right, let's take a look. Okay, I love that. I think that looks really good. And I'm trying to decide if I would just want to cut that last little corner off, or maybe I'll just leave it alone. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll just leave it alone. Okay, and I didn't have to move Wednesday. In fact, I might put Wednesday on top if it lets me. If it lets me. And since it's a small amount, it looks like it is. Okay, yeah. I like that better. That way Wednesday isn't tucked underneath there. Okay, so I have the galaxy there. That looks super cool. Now let's put something over here maybe. And I have, let's see, these rockets. I don't write much on Sunday, so I'm not too worried about that. Tear this edge so it looks like the other ones. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do maybe right here. So Thursday and Sunday I won't be able to write much, but I think it'll be worth it. That's kind of cool. Or I have, let's see, this one and this one. Maybe I'll use, wait, that's 2. Okay. Could just use this one. But then I have the rocket there. So now I'm going to go back to, where do I want the planets? Try to tear this edge. That looks kind of cool, and I don't have any red on this side. So either the planet's there, or I could put it like that, but I kind of like it this way. Let's see. We could put this on Saturday. So if I did that on Saturday, then I could use this here. And then save maybe the rocket for over here. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Okay, so let's put this down. And I'm going to bring it more into Sunday than Thursday if I can. Because again, I don't usually write much on Sunday. About right there. Again, I'm pushing it in and then up and over. Okay, I don't think we need anything else here. I mean, I could put something small here, but I want to make sure I save myself enough room to write, so I don't think that I will. Okay, then we have the galaxy there. That's cool. And then let's put this over here in the corner. And I don't, let's see. Trying to bring it down without having to cut too much off. Again, Saturday and Sunday, I don't write a whole lot, so I can take up a little bit more space on the weekend. Because usually I just write either what I did, or again, if I'm whatever I'm feeling that day, or if something significant happened, or if everything was fine and nothing happened at all, that too. The older you get, at least for me, the more appreciative I am of boring days where everything's going right. It seems to happen so rarely. It's like, I definitely appreciate it now. More than I used to in my 20s, that's for sure. Okay, so we have that down. That looks really cool. I love this in the corner. So now we need something right here. And I'm trying to keep it to this side. So again, I only have to remove maybe Thursday over here. So I still have this moon and stars. I have more paper. Let's see. Where's the rest of my stickers? Okay. So I have the rest of these. I have another galaxy, the solar eclipse. I think I might put the solar eclipse there. Or maybe I should put this little, what do you call this? Like one of the little moon rover things. Maybe I should put, let me stick this down first, actually. Put this in the corner over here. Love that. And I just have a small sliver to cut. Okay, so now let's decide. Do we want to do the land rover, the moon rover, or the eclipse? Or I could do the eclipse right there, in between the astronauts. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So maybe I'll just do the land rover here. That way it's just something small peeking through in that corner. And then I can save the solar eclipse for this. And then maybe use one of the other galaxies somewhere else. And then I have this other astronaut too. I might just put him on the last page. That's since I can't do much on this last page because I need to save that for all 4 days. So I might save him for the last page. So maybe, let's see. Put the rover here. So right in this corner where it can be seen. like that. So I just have to move Sunday over. Let's get the mirrored image here. Trying to be careful because it has really small pieces and I don't want it to tear at the top. Okay. So yeah, it's got to go right where Sunday is. Let me pick this up. I like the date before I do this because usually I only have to move like 3 or 4 of the dates. So to me, it's worth it to have 90% of it done and just move a few of them over. Let me get this small little sliver. Okay, so that gives something in that little corner that can still be seen from the front, which is really cool. So I have the little moon rover there. Okay, so now let's put this date back. Let's put back Sunday. Just gonna burnish it down. Okay, so we have the astronaut, the galaxy, the rockets, the smaller rockets over here with the moon, and then the moon rover. Okay, I don't think I need anything else there. So now we have this page with the moon rover. Definitely need something over here or in the corner, and then something maybe over there. Let's see. And this is the last page, so I can't have anything go over these 2 pages, for example, in the end here, because I need to be able to close the journal, so I don't want to go past this. So let's see. Astronaut. Again, I think I'm going to save him. Maybe I'll just put him down now. So which way do I want him? I think I'll have him going this way since this is the last days of the month. And I might add something small there, but not much. I'm just going to cut off some of this offset here. All right, so let's put this in the bottom. And it's taking up a lot of room, but I still have room to write on Wednesday, so I'm not too concerned. Just burnish the sticker down. Okay, so that at least gives it some decoration. See if I can find something right here, but then, again, I don't absolutely have to have anything there. Wondering if I should put this over here. I mean, it's pretty big, but it's kind of cool. And that's Sunday, so, but I can't go over that. So maybe if I come over mostly over here, don't go over the top, and tuck it in. And I think I'm gonna cut off the excess here. Again, so it doesn't go into May's cover page. And I'm gonna try to tuck that into the spine. Okay, maybe I need to cut a little bit more. Again, I'm using really light pressure because I don't want to cut the threads. Just trying to prevent it from messing up whatever design I choose for May. All right, now let's see, get this, and again, smush it into the spine. I basically want it to bend around the page so that it's not going over here. There we go. Let me take my adhesive remover. Try to get up the excess sticker paper that went over, just to clean up that edge. Again, so that April ends here, and then the May cover page starts here. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Okay, I definitely can't do anything more here. I love that I have you know, the astronaut on the moon and then the moon and the stars up there. And again, Sunday I don't need much space, and I still have plenty of space on Monday, and I think I'll be okay for Tuesday and Wednesday as well. So that works. Okay, so that's the end because that starts May. Now let's figure out what we want to do for this page, and I think that'll be it. So I'm not going to use the other mirrored image of this. That's done. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so I already used that, so I'm not going to use that. So we're down to the galaxy and the solar eclipse. So I think I can't have anything over here. Oh, I was going to put the solar eclipse here, but then I have the astronaut. And then if I put it here, then I have to move that date again. I mean, I could, and it's a Sunday, so actually that wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see how far that comes down. You know what I mean? I can't go past this edge. So actually, let me trim some of this. But then if I trim it, how am I going to match it up? Well, this edge is mostly trimmed. So let me just trim once, maybe one bottom side, and then hopefully I can figure out how to align it. Okay, so I left this top edge so that I can hopefully remember to have something to line it up with. And again, I'm trying to figure out, I'm definitely have to cut some of the top off. But if I put it right about there, I don't want to have to move this date. And then I'm going to have to cut off some of the top. And it's going to be a little tricky because I did trim some off. Make it a little bit smaller. Wish I made this about a half of an inch smaller. I think I forgot to mirror this. But you know what? Since I have to cut the top anyway, maybe I'll just cut the top and the sides. And let's see. I'm going to have to trim this anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm really guessing. I can't really see fully. Okay. And I'm going to move Sunday. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Putting it on top like that. And then I just have to go around and trim all of this. And I think this might be easier with my scissors because of how I did this. At least that's how I'm going to start. Okay. So we have the solar eclipse. And then I have to trim the top. Oh, I forgot about the top. I forgot about the top. Do I just do it? God, I hate to lose this. I didn't bring it down far enough. It's going to look stupid if it's like that. I mean, I can still tell what it is. I think it'll be okay. All right. Well, I don't have a choice, so I've got to cut this so that it's not extending past the top edge here. Actually, let me get my craft knife since this is a pretty straight cut. Okay, so that way this lines up with the top edge and it's not going over the top of my journal and bending back and forth and getting damaged. Okay, so yeah, that looks like it's flush. Okay, so we have the solar eclipse there, and I'll see that when I open this up. So the rocket, the moon rover, and then, let's see, let's put something over here. Let's see, maybe the galaxy. to have this. It's a mirrored image, but I don't have to use the other side of it. I think this might be the only other sticker I have that I haven't used other than some of these sparkles. So let's see. Maybe put this right here or at the top. Maybe about right there. That way I still have the bulk of it. And just trim this part off. Ooh, I love that. That looks great. Okay. Now I wish I had maybe something else to put in this corner here. Maybe even something there. Okay, let's look at what we have left. Okay, I don't want to use that because I just used that. I think these might be the last, just the last of the mirrored images I have. So I think we're good there. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, I originally was going to put the solar eclipse here, but I decided it was too big. So maybe I'll put that here, and that is mirrored. So that will work perfectly. I think I'm going to do that. I forgot about that. That is so cool. Okay. Let's see if it's... Okay, I just want to make sure it wouldn't go past this edge here. I was kind of testing where that would go, and I think that works. But best to line this up. Okay, that's pretty close. Let me remove some of the excess adhesive on the edges. Okay, I love that. That way it gives some interest here on top of this page, but you can't see it from this page. Okay. So we have that. That looks good. I think that looks good. Solar eclipse. And I think I might cut this off because it keeps bending anyway. A little antenna. Yeah, I think that's better. That way it's not constantly bending back and forth. Okay, so maybe something down here, and then I think we might be done. Okay, that's the last page. Okay, so I don't need anything else here. That looks good. Yeah, I just want something in this corner or even in the middle or down here somewhere because I have this here and it's heavy on this side and I need something to kind of balance that out. So I've used up all my stickers. Well, most of my stickers, I should say. The only ones I have left are the mirrored images that I ended up not using, like for the galaxy and the astronaut, that type of thing. Everything else I used up. Okay, so we have some more of these. I'm glad I created some bonus ones, just in case. There's a little sunburst over here. This is kind of cool. Let's see what that looks like. So underneath Tuesday into the edge, as close as I can get it. And that way I only have to round the corner. And I'm going to lift up Tuesday. So it goes on top of the sticker. Then lift up the 22nd. And put that again on top of the sticker. And round this corner again. Okay, that just gives it a little bit of interest there. And let's see, do we want to put something over here? This is skinny enough to go right here to give it some interest without taking up too much visual weight. And I'm just going to tuck it into the spine. And maybe something small right there. Again, just something to add a little bit more visual interest. I might tear off this red planet. Okay, that looks good. And maybe add part of the rest of the red planet up here. Again, so it looks like pieces of the galaxy are kind of scattered throughout. Okay, I like that. I might take my alcohol marker and color the bottom of that so it blends in a little bit better. I'm gonna use quick strokes. Again, just so it just blends in slightly. I don't want to cause bleed through, but there we go. Just since that was a small white edge there. Okay. All right, let's take a look. I think we might be done. All right. So we've got the cover page, the announcement of April, which I love the way that this turned out. I mean, that was a little bit... I was kind of on pins and needles with working with those letters, but I'm glad I was able to make it work. I love the holographic effect. That's really cool. And the letters kind of look like Space Odyssey, right? It's like a space journey. That's the back side of it. I like the fact that I added some of the black paper there to kind of give it a little bit more interest, and the small little rocket here. It just ties in with this planet washi. That looks really good. And then this side of it, again, I like the tie in here, adding some more black paper to kind of tie in, and that individual sticker I had here. Had some issues with this rocket, but we made it work, and I think it looks good. And I love kind of the torn edge here of the comets, and then the moon and the stars. I really love that. Again, I'm not sure how much the camera's picking up on the iridescence and texture of this, but in person, this is really amazing. And then you have the back side of the rocket there. Red planets, the astronaut, galaxy, satellite imagery. I love that. The back side of that one. Then we have the solar eclipse with the little moon rover, and then some more little rockets into the universe. And then that's the back side of this page that we just did, and adding kind of that interest down the middle. And I love the galaxy here. That looks really cool. And then the other rocket on this side. And then the last page with the moon and stars and the astronaut. So again, I think that came out really well. And I'm in love with the entire process here. It was very time intensive, I'm not going to lie. But I definitely think it was worth it. I mean, this is gorgeous, and it just makes me want to write in my journal. And that's the whole point, right? This is kind of therapy for me. And I love the fact that I was able to create something that's beautiful and that's also functional. So these are what the pages are looking like. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're willing to try something like this, even though it's going to take up a lot of time. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Let me know what you think below. I'll talk to you later. Bye. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired, and thank you for watching.